Okay, day 70, your capital report. The word of the day or phrase of the day is conflict of interest. Conflict of interest. Everyone knows about McCabe's $675,000. Was it $1 for every email? Was it $1 for every email? 2,800 of those carefully selected. That small slice of the pie of Humus Server will be out a little bit later this afternoon. We'll find that out. Let's talk about Bob Mueller, though, for a minute. As far as the Mueller team is concerned, a few blocks away from here. Well, let's see. Bob Mueller himself has secret accounts in the Caymans. That's not good when you're in law enforcement. Your wealth goes from $1 million to $6 million or $7 million in 8 years that you're the director of the FBI. That's supposed to be a public servant position, not a public self-serving position. We all know about Comey and the whole DLA Piper scheme with his brother for, I guess it's called insulation. We all know about U.S. Enrichment Corporation, where all these folks are brought in from Russia and Uzbekistan to drive the trucks. What's that all about? We now find that the officer that was so good enough to create a parallel construction on me in Zanesville, Ohio. Well, it turns out there's a downblending plant. There's a uranium downblending plant in Lynchburg, Virginia. He didn't tell me he was from Lynchburg. He didn't tell me he owned a consulting firm in Lynchburg, Virginia. Mr. Pettyjohn, no. As a matter of fact, he said he was from Cincinnati. He even doctored up a news story there in Cincinnati to try to convince everybody he's from the Cincinnati office. He's not. He's from Lynchburg, Virginia. So a lot of these things are going to come out in discovery. I can discover records like that. If you're a public servant, I'm not going to be able to discover secret records. But if you have a secret account in the Caymans, that is outside of the protection of the public privacy laws. You can't, unless there's some kind of operation being run, which is probably what they're going to say, you can't color of law every crime scheme that is imaginable and then say, well, I was just trying to catch some crooks over a 20-year period, and I enriched myself by $6 million in the process. Wouldn't look good if I didn't enrich myself. It doesn't work. U.S. Enrichment Corps is not for public servants.